the best Lofthouse sugar cookie dupe recipe. And this is from one of our subscribers, Suzanne Carroll. So we're giving it a try today, Suzanne. And it's going to be the best. So first off, we need 1 1/3 cups of shortening. So we're going to put that in there. And then 1 1/2 cups of just granulated sugar. And then give it a little mixy mix. Get that all mixed up real good. And it takes 2 eggs, but I had a double yolker. Look at that. So it looks like it's 3, but I put 2 eggs in there. Hadn't seen a double yolker for a long time. And that was on a white egg. So we'll be right back as soon as I get this mixed up. All right, now we're going to put in our eggs, our 2 eggs. As always, I will leave the ingredients in that description box. And I have 2 1/2 tablespoons of just milk here. You can use heavy whipping cream, whatever you want. There's that. And we're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla, or whatever, you know, however you like it. Mix that all up. And here I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. I have 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Put that in there. And we just mix that all up a little bit in there. Always I forget to bring over a whisk. All right. So now we're just going to put a little bit in at a time. And these are going to go in the refrigerator for ½ hour to an hour. I'm going to divide the dough in half first. And then put it in the refrigerator. And then we're going to do cutouts. And all I have is a biscuit cutter. So that's what I'm using. Which they do them round anyway. I don't have any cookie cutters. So now it's Easter. I could do some cookie cutter. Huh? Should have got some. I don't use cookie cutters that often. I do have some Christmas ones. I did buy me a tub of Christmas ones when they were on sale. And I think what I'm going to do is 1 tray I'm going to roll out, and the next tray I'm just going to use a cookie scoop and see how that goes too.
Experiment, huh?
Look at me.
So unlike you.
I know. I usually go by the rules.
I must be rubbing off on you.
Yeah. All right. So let's pause here and I'll be right back. All right, we're wrapping them in plastic wrap. So I divided it. Here's one, and here is the other. And we're going to put them in the refrigerator for about an hour or ½ hour, whichever. Decide if we're going to eat lunch or not. So going in the fridge to chill, and we'll be back and show you how to finish. All right, our dough's been chilling. I've got this half of it here. I got some flour here. I'm just going to tear this in half too first. We'll put that down. And try to roll it out here. We want a 1/4 inch thick. I'm not good on measurements, so. How's that?
You're 3/8.
Mr. Carpenter, 3/8.
I'm serious. I guarantee you measure, that's what it is.
How's that? Still too high?
Yeah. There you go.
Alright. I got my biscuit cutter, cookie cutter today. I've even used the ends of glasses, guys, if you don't have any. Like a drinking cup, something. Close. Alright. And if you don't want to put flour down, you can always put powdered sugar.
Yeah, that would work.
So is that a 1/4 inch?
It's a little bit more, but
We're going with it.
yeah.
Somebody pause it and take a quick measure on it and see how I did. Okay, so I just re-rolled what I had there. We're going to put another one on this tray. Don't want to add too much more flour because you will make them tough.
We don't want that.
No. All right, so 350-degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes. I'll let you know, and I'm going to get the tray ready for the scoop. All right, I got all of the flat cookies out. Now I've made just made 3 balls with the dough, and I'm going to see how these will cook up. I'm going in the 350-degree oven for 10 to 11 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. Alexa, set a timer for 11 minutes.
11-minute timer started.
Okay, if you see right here what I did, since he scanned a little bit, I'm going to make a cookie birthday cake for my friend. Her birthday's tomorrow. So I made this. I'm going to bake that, and then I'm going to decorate it. Give me some practice with making, using pastry bags. All right, so I've got some powdered sugar here. I got 2 cups that we are sifting. We don't want hard nuggets in our icing. Sift it all over the place.
Yeah, you are.
Just kind of break those all up in there, get them out of there. All right. And here I have 1 stick of room temperature butter. You can see how room temperature it is because it's hot here. 70-some degrees today. We have some vanilla and some heavy whipping cream. All right, let's mix this butter up real good first. I always choose the bowl that makes noise.
Oh, well.
There we go. Guys, it's been warm in the last week here. We're liking that. It's been in the 80s. Our ground's soppy, but Billy planted some trees last night. I haven't got that video up yet. I'll put that one up too.
Two apple trees and 2 plum trees. And I think I want to go back and get a couple cherry trees.
You have to get those at Rural King probably, because Kroger didn't have those. All right, so we're going to put in powdered sugar. I'm just making a small batch. You can absolutely double this. I'm just making a small batch. So I got 2 cups of the powdered sugar there. Put in a little at a time. Put in a little bit of heavy whipping cream. Put in some vanilla. I think I even got clear vanilla. but I didn't use it. Okay. And you can, this is just like any other powdered sugar icing. You have to judge it by how thick you want it or how thin. And if you're going to pipe it on, you have to have a different consistency. You don't want any of those little crumbs sticking in the end of your piping bag, so make sure you sift all that. A little bit more. And then you can separate this and tint it however you want, which I think I'm going to do a little bit. Because you know Lofthouse has color icing, pink and green, blue, whatever color you want.
You can put sprinkles on it.
I got them out because that's what they do. These are the sprinkles.
Well, look at you go.
Let's put some more liquid in that. Put a little more liquid because I want to be able to put it on there. All right, that looks good. And I have some all natural color dye that we will be using, and I'll show you when we get done with everything and what those cookies look like that I balled up. All right, guys, so the ones that I made into balls, this is what they are. I smushed them down a little bit in the oven. So as you know, these kind of cookies do not spread, but I wanted to see what it would be like. So if you want a thicker cookie, which is what I like. So there's those. Here is some of the icing. I used yellow, green, and pink. So and then we're just going to put some of these birthday sprinkles on them because that's what they do. And they're pretty. There we go. Now, taste it, taste it. Get it on my face. I love this kind of cookie. Billy, on the other hand, is not a fan of sugar cookies.
Chocolate chip or peanut butter. That's my favorites.
Me, I love a good sugar cookie. And guys, these are good. They're soft. They're delicious. And you can decorate them up however you want. So this is what we got for this one. And I got that birthday one in the oven. The one that I'm going to put happy birthday on. So guys, give it a try. It's a great Lofthouse dupe cookie from Suzanne Carroll. We appreciate you. And she sent me another one of a maple cookie. So we're going to try that one sometime too. So like, comment, share, subscribe, hype, and do all that good stuff. And share us out, guys. And peace out from Biker Baker and Mr. Smith. Have a good day.
Later, Gator.